What up? What up? Top of the top of the evening. No matter whatever time it is, wherever you at. Hey, we apologize. We had some technical difficulties, with the show. So if you tuned in out there, hey, or if you see us live now, come on, we are actually live in the gridiron, as they would say. Uh, sorry once again. Sorry about the delay. It's life. Things happen. That's why it's called When Life Talks. Before we get this show started, we'll be remorsed if we didn't mention all the ones in Nashville affected by the tragic school shooting. Um, so prayers out to Nashville, prayers out to all the families affected, prayers out to all the families that have been affected by gun violence, not only in schools, but just gun violence in general. It's a serious matter. We got to do more. We need more legislation about assault rifles. I know it's won't get political, but it is a lot of rhetoric back and forth to ban or not to ban. But at the end of the day, our kids and our loved ones go to schools to be safe and sound, to educate. So prayers out to them. Um, and we'll talk more about that in a later show. But this show is about how are you elevating yourself? Are you elevating or are you stuck in the same place you was for the past 10 years? And it's a great topic for people who often have goals or visions or ideas where they want to be, but they may not have accomplished it yet. So as we dive into this topic tonight, just jump in with us and give us some feedback. Like I said, we got a late start. So if y'all had tuned off, tune back in because we're gonna crank it up. Um, but yeah, it's all about looking at yourself and just seeing from the 10 year from where you are now. If you think back 10 years, are you still in the same place or have you evolved? I happened to be in church this last Sunday, and that was one thing the pastor was talking about. When you're a child becoming an adult, as an adult, you let childish ways go, um, and we all see it. I mean, you just look at your life. You say, "Well, I'm gonna just look at my body. This body here ain't the body I had 10 years ago, or the mindset that I had 10 years ago is not the mindset that I have today." And I think a lot of people don't know how to use not even gonna say a vision board, but use a self-check analysis to say, am I in a better place or have I made strides from myself that I was 10 years ago? And some people may say, well, 10 years ago is too far. That's just what we came up with 10 years, 'cause like I say, you start compartmentalizing yourself when you go where I was a year ago, where I was 5 years ago. Like I say, you got basically 10 years is a decade. And that's why I like to use 10. Because when you say from my 20s to my 30s, from my 30s to my 40s, or if you're a little older, if you're 40s to your 50s, even 50 to your 60s, whatever age group, you're giving yourself a 10-year window to say, you know what, I was once here, but now I'm here. And just looking back at yourself and just seeing if you progress. And if you haven't progressed, it's not a knock. It's not a gloat moment to say, hey, you could be doing better. It's a moment to say, you know what, I'm not where I want to be, but I need to continue to strive to get better to where I want to go. Um, and we run across a lot of people like that. Like I say, it could be your career field. You know what I'm saying? If you've been in a position for a certain amount of years, where's that elevation that you want to see yourself go? And if you're in a position where you just want to stay and ride your time out with and don't want no progression, that's well, cool, and fine as well. But when you start looking at your life, you can't do the same thing you did at 30 if you're 40. You can't do the same thing if you're 50 that you did in your 40s. Uh, as they say, uh, time waits on no man. You
No.
can't go. You can't go back and get lost time. And then we see the ones who are still stuck. It's another side of the spectrum. Still stuck doing things they was doing 10 years ago.
Right.
We all got friends. We're like, damn, when they gonna grow up? We do it. We got family members. Damn, when they gonna grow up? When they gonna see the light? When they gonna realize life is real? This reality. It's not something you see on TV. It's not something that you read about. It's not something that's a fantasy island. It's real.
Right. Yeah, it's all about understanding the pattern. We creatures and creators of habit. So once you understand your pattern, really understanding your pattern is the key to success.
Mm-hmm.
If you understand that and you know that and you gain insight and say, okay, this
Mm-hmm.
is what I know I got to do to change, or this is what I know how to do to better myself. It's a life cycle and it's all fueled by the connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Understanding the pattern, knowing that, okay, this is what I want to do. I know that I'm in an apartment now, but I know in 5 years I don't want to be, or in 10 years, I can look back and say, hey, I'm in my house now. Hey, I got the job I wanted. Oh, I got the career, shall I say, that I wanted. Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. You know, you have to understand the pattern. You have to know if you going in a positive direction, or you going backwards. Basically, you just got to redefine your past.
Mm-hmm.
Say, hey, all this stuff I done did in my past, I want something different. So let me see how I can turn it around. Let me manifest a better foundation for myself. And that's what it is. You just taking the necessary steps to get to where you want to be. Acknowledge your purpose. You got to. Hey, this is what I want to be. You got to know your purpose, know your calling, know your gifting, and knowing all that, you got to know self first. You
Ooh.
capable of. You got to know, what's your greatest gift? What's your aspect? What are you here to? What have you been put on this earth to do? To bring to the world, to bring to the people, to bring to yourself, your family, whomever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Knowing your purpose is always key. Don't discover your purpose. You gotta already know it's there. You gotta know that it exists.
Hey, and you said a mouthful. Your purpose. I think you go through life in your younger years trying to find your purpose. But I've always said once you get to that realm of that adulthood, when you call yourself an adult, we ain't gonna say 18. You're still learning. We 21. You legal, but do you really know? Now people have different paths of how they come up doing life, but once you start getting around that 25, 27, that mind should be mature.
Mhm.
That thought patterns should be mature. The way
The-
you portray yourself should be mature.
Right.
Then once you creep into that 30-year-old realm, hey, look, you can't do what you did when you was 18. That's male or female. You,
Hmm.
you can't do that.
Yeah. Jonathan said, "Thought is the cause of it all." Yeah,
Absolutely. It's a process.
a process.
Process. Everything you do in life is a process. Like I say, I was laughing. We all know March and early April is spring break for a lot of college students, kids in general in school. So I was running across something, and I ran across something online. Say if you 40, you have no business on Myrtle Beach, South Beach, uh, uh, Panama Beach, all the little, we all know the little hot vacation spots for the college kids. And it got
Right.
me it got me to thinking. I say, damn, it's kind of true.
Right. Hey, Miss Erica.
It's kind of true. We done did it. And I tell people, man, I say, hey, my teenage years and early 20s, Kappa Beach party, Daytona, Freaknik. I done been there, done all that. I'm a whole grown man now. What I need to roll up on there now? Don't get me wrong. I still can hang out, but it's called elevating.
Right. If you elevate, sometimes your environment have to change. The people you hang around have to change, because if everyone is stuck doing the same thing, who is holding whom accountable? Who is encouraging you, or are you encouraging them? Like, everybody is equally the same. Nobody is saying, you know what, man, I want to be, an entrepreneur. I want to open this business. Blah blah blah. This is what I'm doing to get there. And it's like, okay, are you being a sponge. Like, oh yeah, man, this person got a lot of motivation. I'm hanging with them because they doing something that I want to do. Growth, recognize growth, grow.
Yep. And if you 40 still twerking like you were twerking 20 years ago, hey, you might need to take a look at yourself because you're gonna be twerking when you're 60. I mean, you gotta change. Y'all know we gonna have fun. We know with this show, you have to make light of the situation. But it's sad to see women and men doing the same stuff they did umpteen years ago. It's sad.
Yeah. It's like, at what point will we as people look at ourselves in the mirror and say, okay, this is what this is a repetitive pattern. So what can I do to change it? What do I need to change about self? Because I want to elevate. I want to elevate in a positive direction where people see me different. I don't want them to see me as, okay, this is the old Crystal. This is the old Joe. No, I want to let you see the gradually graduated
Mhm.
Crystal, the gradually graduated Joe, into a positive direction, whether it's positive in your life, positive on your career path, just anything in general. We just got to learn how to know what it is we want to do, write it down, make it plain,
Mhm.
manifest it, and stay the course, stay the path.
Mhm. And what you just said too, it resonates with understanding. And we've said it on some episodes. You're gonna outgrow some people,
Hmm.
and if you're around somebody that's stuck in whatever they was doing 10 years ago, that's a problem
Yeah.
because you're letting that person go on that path, and it's like you're not saying nothing, and
No.
and you have to hold that person. You have to hold that person accountable. Like, look, man, look, hey, now, y'all, come on, y'all. We did this 10 years ago. We got to find something better to do. We got to find something different to do. And you're gonna have those different conversations because
Yeah.
because
Even with yourself sometimes.
because them it's still in. It's oh yeah, it's still cool to do this, but no, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Afraid to take that leap. You can't be afraid to leave certain people behind if that means you're gonna have peace. It's gonna be your sanity. It's gonna be room for you to grow. Everybody is not everybody's not meant for to go on your journey. Some people are just seasonal people, but you gotta know who's seasonal and who lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know who those people who was gonna be your number one cheerleader, or those people who gonna be slick hanging behind your back. You gotta have that discernment to recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
Sure enough, everybody ain't got the sense of discernment, but at some time you got to learn how to be real observant and check the red flags and say, hey, this is what I want. It's like it's a time to reflect. You got to reflect, especially if you like, man, I'm tired of being this, drug dealer. I'm tired of being this, this. I'm tired of being that. Let me sit down and self-reflect. Like that video, you sit down. Sometimes you got to sit down and just be quiet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Be
Mm-hmm.
still. Let your mind be still. Because when you're still and your mind is quiet, then you got that time to reflect. Not only are you reflecting, but you like, okay, this is, oh yeah, that one right, or I ain't do this right. How can I change this?
How
How
do I? Mhm.
Yeah, how can I level up? Miss Erica said that is true. You can outgrow people, especially when they are staying stagnant and not trying to elevate and grow. Yeah.
Hey, and what you just said, that's with anything in your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's relationship, job, friendship. You got sometimes you got to get away from them stagnant people because they want to stay stagnant because they don't want to grow, and then they don't want you to grow.
It's being comfortable.
Because the moment you outgrow them, here comes the problem.
Yeah, or
Because,
some people just get complacent. They get comfortable being where they at, and
Mhm.
that's just like people saying, "Oh, so I'm from Michigan." I use that as an example. So, you can be like, oh, "Okay, I don't want to go nowhere. I'm just gonna stay in the same city. I'm gonna do what's around here. I'm gonna do what's around there." But you don't know it's a whole world out there to open your eyes to.
It
You don't know
is.
that it's different people that can probably be investors in your business. You want
Mhm.
to open. You don't know that it's people out there who can speak life into you and help you to elevate. You don't know that it's people out there who, you know what I'm saying, who can be hold you accountable, or who could do the research. Oh, you want to do that? I got to connect for you. You know, it's called networking. You getting out in the world and you networking. You meeting people from all different colors, shapes, sizes, races, whatever, that can help you grow. Don't people cannot, and we as people cannot get so comfortable with just staying in our own shell, because if we do, we only hurting ourselves. We're not seeing the bigger picture in life. That's why I tell people travel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. It's a mindset.
Small minds think small things.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger minds think bigger things and have a bigger picture. Because you got to understand, if you continue to think small and like small, you're gonna stay small. You have to elevate yourself. You have to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's not a full sprint. It's a marathon. You know what I'm saying? And just because, oh, this person took off, pew, who's to say you're not gonna catch them? But you got to take them. You got to take them strides.
Yeah.
You got to take them strides. You got to walk your pace. Walk your pace. Walk your own pace. But make sure your footsteps is moving in a forward direction to growth. Not staying stagnant. Not staying in the same spot. Not walking that same beat that you've been walking for the last 10 years.
Yep, that is true, bro. Once again, it goes. Yep, it goes back to the thought. Miss Erica said some people are afraid to step outside their comfort zone. Yep, I
And
always tell people, do you got to do something that's uncomfortable. Everything that's comfortable, it is easy, you know. But when it's uncomfortable, you got to be willing to go through the fire, flood, or rain to get it. It's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be some stumbling blocks in the way.
mm-hmm.
But guess what? At the end, that's where the success lies.
Apply. Say you got to have some motion. New song got to have some motion.
You got to. You got to learn it. You got to incorporate it, and you got to be it. You got to blood, sweat, and tears. Like we look at all these people on, social media or the celebrities, and we were like, man, I want to get to where they at. Man, this is what I want to do. The business people, oh, this, that. But we glorify that, but we don't see the them sleeping in their cars and not giving up on their dreams. We don't see them, going through the struggle. We not seeing them being told 20,000 no's before they got that yes.
Hey, look at you're right, Miss Erica. That's true. That's true. Now look, Tyler Perry just did a video, I believe, this week or early last week. This man is a billionaire. Still got his two-door Geo Metro.
He just humbled himself. Yeah. That's all it is.
Humble himself and look back. When you look at it, look where he came from. Because if you know his story, he was homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that was the car he was sleeping in.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but I believe that was the car he was sleeping in. And look at him now.
Right. He manifested it. Once you manifest it, you believe it. Because anytime you have a twinkle of doubt, the devil gonna come in and discourage you from everything you try to build and create.
Mm-hmm.
So once you put it out there in the atmosphere, you gotta stand firm on it. You gotta believe that what you're trying to do and what level you're trying to elevate, that is already there. You gotta walk in the path like I already got it. You want to be a CEO? Call yourself a CEO today.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be a nurse? Call yourself a nurse today.
Hey,
You want to be the baddest hairstylist, Instagram model? Call yourself that today. If you can't believe it, ain't nobody else gonna believe it. You
hey,
got a walking billboard or whatever it is, whatever path you decide to take.
and in that circle, we talk about it all the time. In your circle of, if you call them your friends, your associates, your homies, your homegirls, your sis, your bruh, somebody in your circle should be able to tell you, hey, you need to change what you're doing.
Oh, you gotta have that one person that's gonna hold you accountable. You got to.
We
You
like to
don't,
run.
you don't want no person that, yeah, oh, you like this? Yes. You like that? Yes. I'm doing this. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. No.
I said that just the other day. You can't have a circle full of yeses.
You gotta have some no's in there. Cause them no's gonna make you think. Them no's gonna make you be like, oh, yep, you right. Let me see. Let me show me this way. Okay, this a better way? Oh, let me put this in motion. Yeah, and success takes a team, whether you want to believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Takes a team. It takes a village. But it, like bro said, it all begins with the thought.
Mm-hmm. And,
But
and,
how many people gonna look in that mirror though?
and y'all, you gonna have trial and error. You gonna go through trial and error. Just like if you really sat down right now and thought about it, 10 years ago, that'll be March 29th, 2013. Unless that was a leap year, but we 10 and 10, so it shouldn't be a leap year. Think back to 2013, March of 2013. What was you doing?
Where was I? 2013. I think I was I living in an apartment? I probably was living in an apartment then.
And look at you now. Look at your manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
You're a homeowner.
Mm-hmm. Homeowner now. But you know what's so crazy? Like, you know how I was so much, I'm into church, family into church, all that stuff. But I never really looked into, manifesting stuff or, manifestation. And it was crazy because one day I was like, I think it was the phase where everybody was doing the poster boards, right?
Mhm.
Whatever they wanted to do on the poster
Vision board. Uh-huh.
visual board. So, one day, a couple of years ago, I said, okay, let's do a vision board. So I did me a vision board and I taped it up on my room wall. I had my house, I had my degree, I had everything on there, fixed my credit, gain financial gain. I had everything I wanted to do on this board. And every day, without even noticing, I would see that board. Whether I wanted to or not, I would see that board. And it was crazy how one by one, all this stuff was being completed and fell off the board. And I went, and so one day I said, let me go. And I just went to, I said, oh my God, I done finished everything on this board that I wanted. And that was just the power of manifest. That was one way of manifesting the life I wanted for myself. It's like I seen it and I made it happen
And,
without even thinking about it.
and to add more light to that, you didn't settle.
Mm-mm.
See,
I
most
argue.
folks, they get stale. They get in that settlement place. Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm good. No, you're not. Because where's the growth? And I'm good.
Yes, cuz. Oh, and I want to just shout out to my cousin Yacht Life. He actually has his own podcast out of Michigan. Cuz we got to get you on here one day, man. But yep, he said I want to create a vision board too. Yes, most definitely. I'm telling you, it works in itself without even thinking about it. You just seeing it and you just putting it into motion without even like a conscious decision or knowing that you is doing it. It's happening and you ain't stopping the grind. It's just coming. Everything you put on that board, it's gonna come. I promise you. I promise you, it's gonna come.
And you gotta want it. You gotta, like I say, we take a lot of time. We take things for granted. We take time for granted. We the shoulda, woulda, coulda mindset. But as you grow and you elevate, you got to change that. You
Mm-hmm.
have to, because time waits on no man.
Period.
So you got to be building that foundation to say, you know what, this where I want to be. And like I say, the 10 years was just to go back 10 years to present day. Now, present day, go ahead and take your journey and say, this where I want to be in a year. This is where I want to be in 3 years. This is where I want to be in 5 years. And you see, it's that paradigm shift.
Mm-hmm.
Today's show was just to put you in a mindset. Have you elevated in the past 10 years? You should see some change to where you at today. Now, how do you take those steps going forward? Like I say, that forward motion, that motion. Because you take yourself and say, okay, a year from now, this is where I want to be. All right, I done had this car, it's barely holding on it's barely holding on. I'm having to put oil in it every 2 days. This time next year, I want a new vehicle. I'm renting this apartment. I'm tired of renting from these folks. I'm renting this home. It's not mine. Next year, 3 years from now, I want to be a homeowner. Start talking about it. Start manifesting. I mean, just like relationships. Hey, the relationship he ain't work out. This is where I want to be a year. This is where I want. I'm gonna jump back in the dating scene a year or two from now. It's that forward motion. It's not getting stuck. It's not settling for where you may be at today.
Yeah.
And you may be one of the ones out there to say, I'm content. You resonate with what we're talking about. You resonate with 10 years ago I was here. Now I'm here. But I was telling you too to keep that motion, keep that forward motion till you get to that pinnacle, till you get to that mountaintop where you say, you know what, I can sit back and look back and say, man, I done came a long way.
Yeah.
And it's not boosting or bragging. It's actually showing the growth that you have. It's not down with playing somebody. Oh, look where I'm at. Because we do have those ones that get to a certain peak and it's like, ooh, I'm better than you. No, you're not. You may have took the path and that race a little quicker than I have.
Right. But long as you get there, that's it.
Absolutely.
That's it. Long as you get there. And you just gotta, I always say, do something new. Anything you do over 12 times, it becomes a habit. So if
Mm-hmm.
you do something new and then you expand on it, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Start off small. Don't think you gotta jump out the gate, fast or big. Start with something small and take it step by step. Nothing comes overnight.
And we drop a few nuggets because I tend to do it a little bit, especially in my everyday profession. If you got a 401k, and I'm gonna just use that as an example. If you haven't put nothing in it in 10 years, that means you've been on that job for 10 years. Your employer has been contributing for you, but you haven't been contributing nothing to you. I
Mm-hmm.
challenge you to take the next 10 years and start putting money in there because you're 10 years behind the power curve. So go ahead and challenge yourself to set yourself up for whatever retirement you're gonna have, whatever's gonna be there. Because we're always playing catch up. So all I'm saying is if you're not contributing, start contributing because you're investing in yourself. You're not being stagnant to say, oh, I'm gonna just let the company do what they do. No, invest in yourself. Stop being stagnant. Stop being lazy. Because eventually, one day you're gonna have to retire. You can't work forever because you want to enjoy life. Some people work forever and they don't enjoy life. But you should work, invest in yourself, where you have something to enjoy life when you retire.
Yeah. I
Don't.
always say, embrace fear. Embrace the fear of failure. Because if you got some fear, you're gonna bring out the best version of yourself in it. It's gonna be like, okay, I got fear, but I ain't gonna let it stop me. I
Mm-hmm,
got fear, but I ain't gonna let it control my mind. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? I got fear, but I know at the end I'm gonna come out successful. It's okay to have a little fear, and the reason why I say that is because if I go in with the macho, like, oh, I got it, I got it, I
Mm-hmm.
got it, that's when the mistakes happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if you
Absolutely.
have that little bit of fear, you're gonna be more cautious. You're gonna look at things, double check, triple check, recheck. You're gonna look at things different. You're gonna be more quick to okay, let me see. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how this gonna happen. And then expect luck. Sometimes it just could be your time. It could just be your time. It could be your season.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
All happening in timing. Avoid mentally handicapping yourself. That's the thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, mentally handicapping yourself. I mean, you develop headaches and everything else trying to figure out reasons to why it ain't gonna work. Leap.
Or like you say, all they doing is fighting themselves.
That's it.
You
I,
fight you fighting your thought process. And understand what she just said. What she just said, you're fighting yourself. You're already programming your mind to say, well, that ain't gonna work. I can't do that. Why?
yeah, that's
You
it.
ain't you ain't even put the first you ain't put forth the first effort.
Scared. I say I was watching that Black China interview today. She did with lip service with Angela Yee, and now she goes by Angela White,
Mm-hmm.
her real name. She done took away a lot of just about all of her cosmetic enhancement. She done took all that stuff away. But she was like, one thing that worked for me is I wasn't afraid to invest in myself. And in elevation, you're going to have to invest in yourself. Whether that's finding the peace of mind, going to counseling, paying for certifications, training, whatever it is that you want to do in life that that's going to elevate you. Don't be afraid to just, invest in yourself. Yeah, it could be 300, it could be 400, save a little bit at a time till you get it. But guess what? It's going to pay off in the long run. And sometimes that's where that fear starts too, being afraid to invest in ourselves. But if you don't, who gonna do it for you?
Nobody.
Hustle. Don't make excuses. Hustle.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Hustle. Be great, not perfect. Got to
Oh
be
yeah.
great. You ain't gotta be perfect. You entitled to make mistakes. You human. Wiley, who can believe in you more than you? Most definitely.
Ooh,
You
boy, you
said
just
a mouthful of that, didn't
said a mouthful, bro. Absolutely. And what he just said, who can believe in you more than you? You.
he? That's it.
Because
You.
you know you. A lot of folks want to say, well, no, I don't know. Yes, you do. Like Chris just said, you're fighting, you're in your mind already fighting. I don't think I can do that. I don't know. Yes, you can. You got to have an attempt. You got to attempt to do something before you say you can't do it. You got to try something before you know, that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And in that trying phase, what you're gonna do, you're gonna learn more about yourself, and then the next time you try it, you're gonna be better at it.
Yeah.
Like I say, who unless you was really skilled, who jumped on a bicycle the first time and know how to ride it?
Nobody.
Not a single soul. Not a single soul. Somebody had to guide you. You had to have training wheels, and eventually, them training wheels came off.
Yeah. Just like I say, you just gotta jump out there, believe in yourself, know it can happen. All gas, no brakes.
Mm-hmm.
Do something uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is what's gonna get you to that next level.
You
Gotta
got
leave. Gotta elevate.
you
If
got
you
to
want
sit in
to
that.
if you want to be a better overall, just a better person. You know, this year, you know what? I want to be, more respectful to others. I may have a mean streak. I want to change that. I don't want people to know me as this mean, disrespectful, crazy person. I don't want to be known as disrespectful, polite person or whomever. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
dig. That's all I can say. If you want to be a better person, dig deep. But it also starts with, you know, putting that mirror up, putting that mirror up, sitting down, quieting yourself. This is what I want to do. This is the things I want to change. What are the steps to get there? We should want to elevate in all areas of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like they say, people change every 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what I am today, I don't want to be that in 5 years. Cause I leave this world, I need to go empty. I want some good, I want when they do my little 2 minute remarks, I want people to get up there and say, she did good. She worked hard.
Mm-hmm.
She was respectful. She was honorable. What's our military core values? All that. Integrity, selfless service.
Oh, absolutely, girl. You had me thinking for a minute. You had me. I've
Oh,
had,
you got your Army
no,
Corps
no,
values?
no. What is 7 Army values? I still got them. I had to
Seven
think.
Army values.
Yeah, I thought you made me recite some. I was say,
I still, I still live by those now, even today.
it builds a foundation for you. Builds a
Mhm.
foundation.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and nothing is like you say, nothing more powerful than respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to respect yourself before you do anything else in life.
Yeah. And you say that key word, foundation, and
Mm-hmm.
having a foundation, that means knowing who you are and what you want.
That's that solidarity. That foundation has to be solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Miss Erica say honor core commitment.
That sounds like some Navy stuff.
Some Navy stuff. Look, it's all core values. And
Oh
then
yeah.
you gotta set it up on your own terms. You
Mm-hmm.
got to don't allow nobody else to set up your life. Set up your own terms. I had a young lady I seen in the office yesterday. She was 110 pounds, lean, fit, beautiful girl. And she came in there for her appointment. And before I can address anything as far as what she came in for, she said, "You know what? I went home for the holidays and my mother and daddy told me, 'Oh, you so fat. You got big old thighs. I almost didn't recognize you.'" I said, "What?" Now this coming from her parents that birthed her. And I told her, I said, "Baby," I said, "know who you are as a person, know who you are, and do not allow anyone to take your value away from you."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "No matter if you 10 pounds, 100 pounds, 300 pounds, 500 pounds, your personality, what you stand for, your moral values will not change." I said, "I don't care if it's your mama, father, sister, brother, auntie, foe, friend, whoever. Don't allow nobody to dictate who you are and what size you should be in. If you're doing it, no." I said, "The girl that had you in here seeing the EAP, in here seeing counseling,
Mm-hmm.
which she, eventually, jumped on. But my thing is, you can't allow people to set your life up for you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to set your own. You got to set it up for yourself." Hatrashina and I are watching, and we're discussing discussion. Smile. Hey, AT, I'm glad you made it to New York safe. But yes, you have to. Man, elevation comes with determination, being focused, being firm on what you want to do, writing it down, making it plain, manifesting it, not being afraid to invest in yourself, and not being afraid to leave people behind. You got to. You can't. Everybody ain't meant to be there with you.
Nope. Nada. Whatever language you want to use. Some of them have to go because they're gonna hold you back because
From your lesson.
they want you to be stagnant. They want you to be stuck in that place. They want you to not grow. They want you to still have that same 10 year ago mindset. They want you to look just like them and act like them and be like them.
Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. And then once you start to to get on that right path in the direction you want to go, you're going to attract the right people. You're going to attract the ones that's going to be proud of you. You're going to attract the ones who's going to want to jump in and help you grow. You will. Miss Erica say that's why you definitely have to love yourself and not worry about what others think of you. Most definitely got to love yourself.
Hey,
Have
because I,
to.
I use the analogy all the time. If you don't have a twin, you came in this earth by yourself. And even if you're a twin, y'all just look alike or may have some similar features, but y'all was actually born at different times.
Mm-hmm.
You are independent. You are you. You are thinking for you, thyself, for yourself,
Right.
understanding yourself. And
And,
everybody, like she said, everybody's not meant to go on that journey with you.
and be selective with your time.
Woo! Woo!
Be selective with your time.
Say that again, boy. You know, folks out there just free willy nilly their time away.
Mm-hmm.
Can't
Yes,
can't put that clock in reverse. I don't care what you try to do.
that you.
Father, father time, mother time, he or she ain't going in reverse. That mug going forward with motion.
Yeah, because you gotta have that time. Because how you set up your time is going to kind of dictate the direction of which your future is going.
Hmm.
She said, "Yes, Lord, yes."
Yeah,
You
it's a projectile. Everything you do is it's like a good analogy, like a high school athlete. They
hmm
come out, they're rated, quote unquote, on a system 1 through 5 stars on their potential and the projection that they see their career path going once they get to a college. Whatever
hmm
what it is, then from there, there's a projection on how their professional career is going to go.
Right.
Life is the same way.
It is, and then you within figuring out who you are in the path you want to take, you find a hidden truth about everything.
Hmm.
As you evolve, you're gonna see as you get deeper and connected with the universe and anything else you want to do, you're gonna find that hidden truth to say, "Oh man, I didn't know I had all this in me. I didn't know I can, accomplish all this stuff. I didn't know I could do this." But like you say, when you sit down and ponder and manifest what it is you want to do, as far as elevation, sky's the limit.
And eliminate that self, like you said, like we said earlier, eliminate that self doubt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're gonna sit, like I say, we may sound repetitive, but it's worth repeating because you're gonna sit there and sit there. Oh well, can I do this? I don't know, and you're gonna become stagnant.
Right. You gotta genuinely want the best for yourself and others.
Hmm. Absolutely,
You have,
absolutely.
I was listening to Pastor Mike, and he said, you know what? When I wanted to win those 2 Grammys or whatever, he said not only did I manifest it, but one of the other gospel artists had won some Grammys. He said, you know what? I knew him. I called him up, and he said, you know what? I'm gonna be next to win. Win me some Grammys. He said, so what's your cash app? And he told him, and he said, "Here, I'm finna cash app you $250." He said, I ain't have much then. He said, but I'm finna give you $250. I'm finna pour into you because what you have, I'm trying to get to. And sure enough, he got them Grammys. I think he ended up winning like five or 10. He won some, he won more than what he initially thought. So he was like, sometimes you have to. If you know you're trying to get somewhere and you know somebody is there, don't be afraid to pour into them because you just don't know pouring into them can what is it? Root up your blessing.
And stop lying to yourself. A lot of us sit back and lie to ourselves, and I know that's a strong word, but we tend to do that because we be knowing stuff ain't right. We be knowing it ain't gonna benefit us. We be knowing we should be do better. We be knowing, you know what? Mm, what they doing don't make no sense. But we stay there and we allow it and we do it and we sit in it and we stay in it and we manifest in it. And all that does is just drain your energy and drain your soul and drain your light from shining for the simple fact that you know you're supposed to remove yourself from that stuff.
Yeah.
If it ain't right, and you come back tomorrow and it ain't right, it still ain't gonna be right.
No. No.
But we sit there, oh yeah, well that's that, yeah, make me, and yeah, no, that's all you can be doing. It ain't gonna change.
Say that's it.
That sitting up
Talk
about
about a plan.
6 P's. Go back to the 6 P's. Everybody remember the 6 P's. Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
Mm-hmm.
You can use that as a measuring stick.
Yeah.
You could take, it's a whole lot of stuff out there. You could just take, engage yourself. And even if it's more than you, if you're in a partnership, you know what I'm saying? Gauge your partnership. That's the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
Because if you with somebody or a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like we said, we take that 10-year roadmap. Have y'all grew from where y'all started? Have you seen elevation in your partner?
Mm-hmm.
Because you could be, and your partner be here, and you're like, well, good googly moogly. Come on.
Right.
And like I say, and by no means, don't take as a, well, are you saying my partner should be equal to me? No, not saying that at all. If it's a partnership, y'all should be growing together.
Not in separate direction.
Growing together. We got motion, that motion should be moving forward. Should be moving backwards.
Yeah.
Dang, but man, you remember back 10 years ago compared to where you at now, it should be some growth.
Right. I just seen there's a quote said we are constantly evolving, and as we are interacting with the world, mindfulness and growth mindset drives our evolution faster and on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
That's it right there.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta want it. And like I say, everybody don't have that hunger in their soul, but you gotta, if you still got enough fighting you, if you still got enough energy, you gotta want it. Because every day, like you say, you should, whatever age you is, you should say, you know what, I need to get back. Unless you content. And if you're content and you settled and you got it, is you at that stage where you like, been there, done that, I'm good. By all means, you good. But those that still trying to elevate, they're still working towards something, they're still trying to get somewhere, so they can reach that pinnacle and say, you know what, I'm satisfied. I done ran my race. Now I'm finna sit back, kick my feet up, and sip on mojitos and drink my tequila, whatever you want to do. You know,
Right.
if you still got that drive that you have not reached where you want to be in life, keep pushing forward. Keep that motion going forward. I promise you'll get there.
Exactly. And just change one thing at a time. One step at a time. One behavior at a time.
Mm-hmm.
One
Mm-hmm.
solution at a time.
Mm-hmm. And if something ain't working, like you say, if something ain't working, and you know it ain't been working, not saying go make wholesale changes overnight, but if you've been doing something for some years and the results is still the same, you need to change something.
Yeah.
Just like your underwear, you both change drawers every day. You ain't gonna wear the same drawers twice consecutively. Grandma always told you come out of the house with clean undergarments on. So it's
Right.
stuff, just them little basic principles. You gotta take care of yourself. And every day you should strive to be clean. You should strive to be doing something better. You should be making that forward motion, that forward progress. Uh, and if you're not, and then like you say, you. Nobody knows you like you. You know
Yeah.
you. If you if you out there been fighting for 20 years, there may be some hope for you. There may not be no hope for you. But do you really want to continue going down that path?
Right. Miss Erica said that hard work pays off in the end if you don't give up. Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Stay the course. It's gonna be some stumbling blocks, along the way.
You're gonna have
It's
to see.
want it to be easy. You want to get to the finish line. Say, you know what? I put blood, sweat, and tears into what I wanted to do, and I'm successful with it. Stay the course.
You're gonna have to sit in it. It's some stuff. It's some stuff. Trust me, y'all. The title of the show, this whole podcast is titled "When Life Talks." So we're telling you, you're gonna have to sit in some boo boo, some
Right.
doo doo, whatever you want to call it, some sugar honey iced tea. You're gonna have to. Sometimes you got to sit in it.
Yeah,
You know.
because the only way you're gonna know how to climb out if you
Mhm.
didn't sit in it.
But
Sit in it.
but
Yeah.
when you get up and wipe yourself and dust yourself off and clean yourself off, you should have that forward motion. Like I
Mhm.
say, you talking to two individuals. We ain't said 9 times out of our mouth have you said we are perfect. We said we perfect. We done did it this way. Everything and like I say, we both know each other. Everything we done has been by trial and error.
Mhm.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
I done jacked up relationships. Hey, hey, I'm human.
Yeah.
All I've done is try to correct the mistakes I made.
That's all you can do. Hold yourself accountable.
I,
Change it up.
I put that forward motion. I've said, you know what? As I got older, I was able to hold myself accountable. I don't need nobody else to hold me accountable. I
Cause
don't need.
right, because everybody ain't gonna believe that you change.
Mm-mm. I
And
moved.
people, it's gonna be some people that's gonna try to hold you in that I used to be phase. Keep they ain't gonna see you moving forward. They ain't gonna see the goodness in you that you didn't change. So you gotta be willing to accept that and move forward with them still thinking that you this old
Mm-hmm.
person.
And I tell people, those that really know me, they're gonna say Joe move at his own pace. I don't let nothing or no one rush how I'ma move because the way I move is very strategic. Because I have programmed myself and grown to understand that everything don't have to come instantly.
Right.
But but since I put myself on a path, I said, you know what? It's always gonna be forward. Even moving forward, like I say, you may have to sit in a little mess for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna come. It's how you apply yourself to come at it. It's
Right.
how you want to come at it. You know what I'm saying? The only things I may rush for is my kids and my family because they always gonna come first. But I was able to gauge myself and say, you know what? Hey, boy, you should have did that a little different. Ooh, you jacked that up.
Right.
And I found myself, and a lot of people run from this too, is going back apologizing for some of the mistakes you made. It's not saying you're less than a person, not making you less than a man, making you less than a woman. But sometimes you have to go back and say, you know what? In that situation, I was wrong, and I sincerely and truthfully and humbly apologize for the mistakes I made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Erica said, I move like the tortoise and not Bugs Bunny. Slow and steady wins the race. Exactly. Slow and steady.
Mm-hmm. Like we said earlier, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Like I said, a marathon can go for forever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sprinting
Yeah.
sometimes crash and burn.
Yeah. As long as you don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
I set a goal years ago and I'm back in school after a couple of no's or, you know, it's this amount of money, which led to a no. I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back in the race.
And
Because I didn't give up.
she done called me many days. Matt, can I do this? Damn right. Keep going. Cause
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like what that little thing we all come along. That little engine that could that I think you can. Hey, look, you gotta have those words of encouragement. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? It's stuff like I tell y'all all the time. It's stuff she bounce off me, and I run something by her. Hey, what you think about this right here? And she ain't afraid to tell me. Now you take a different approach to it. I got people within my circle that I do that with. You know what I'm saying? I ain't always right. I used to be one think I was always right about something. But I
Mm.
grow. I put that forward motion and say, you know what, man, let me start listening. I always listen to my elders. I tell y'all that all the time. I've always listened to my elders. I'm never gonna disrespect my elders. Right, wrong, and different. I'm gonna listen to my elders. And a lot of
Right.
y'all That's where y'all made a lot of mistakes at, because you think you know everything. You don't want to listen to nobody. Somebody got to tell you something.
I gotta tell you something. We're gonna learn to the day we die. Miss Tanisha said, apologizing shows growth. Most definitely shows growth. When you can stand in somebody's face that angered you or that you did wrong, and you can say, look, I apologize. I apologize for the position I took in the situation. That shows growth. That shows that you are growing in a direction that is going to be positive. You leaning toward peace instead of keeping up drama.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could be in a situation where you needed to do that to start your healing process.
Mm-hmm.
You could forgive somebody for doing something to you.
Mm-hmm.
You to me, but I forgive you because I
Mm-hmm.
need to heal. I need to let go. I need to release.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling my sisters and cousins. I said, when we do our next girls trip, I want to get plates from the dollar store. You know, just regular white plates. And I seen that you just write everything you want to release on there. I said, let's write everything, and then you just break it. Just let go. Even like, man, we could be mad at the people that's gone on in glory. Apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody could have been a murdered family member, and you got so much hatred in your heart. I always say, those who anger you control you, but the best revenge is living well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Forgive and move on.
You ain't said nothing wrong.
Don't hold all that weight. Don't hold all that anger. We run around while you got headaches, chest pains.
Mm-hmm.
Just we got tons of dirt on top of our shoulders from us holding in hurt, anger, pain, resentment.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to elevate, brush your shoulders off. Release it. That's it.
Forward motion.
Forward motion. Be the bigger person.
Because all it's gonna do is weigh you down. It's gonna weigh you down. Like I said, you gonna that self doubt. Just like I was reading out something before we got on. People have a million ideas in their head, and they be scared to take that one opportunity. You know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
Everybody got a gift. Everybody has a gift. You may not have found your gift, but everybody has a gift.
Yeah.
You just gotta go forward. You gotta put your best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, just gotta take that shot. You
Got to.
gotta take it. And if it
Yeah.
ain't the right, guess what? Come back again and hit it again.
Yeah. Most definitely. Man, I thank y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in with us tonight. We got started a little late, but we here. We made it on to share this good topic with y'all. We are not experts, but we have life experiences in different situations. And we just love to come on and have candid conversations with y'all. We enjoy speaking with you guys and you guys interacting back with us as we talk about, different discussions, whether it's good, uncomfortable, all that. Just keep continuing to tune in with us every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Share, like, subscribe to Thought Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the sports talk, check that out. They have Sports Talk Texas, Sport Talk Michigan, whatever you like to join in. But like I say, we love y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and just coming in and taking time out y'all and kicking it with
Hey,
us.
and before we go, oh yeah, Trinice, thank y'all always. Yeah, absolutely. And before we go, y'all know I was saving this one. Now some of y'all, we got 2 Sundays before Easter, right? Some of y'all ain't been to church all year long since last year. Tell your uncle don't wear that pink bright suit up in there. Won't y'all be the first ones trying to get to the front row, and you know you ain't been. And look, when they take that offering, don't get up and try to run out them people church. Y'all know I'm talking to one of y'all out there. One of y'all don't do it. Y'all know we have fun on this show. Don't do. I'm telling you now, don't do it. Don't do it. Hey,
So
appreciate that, bro. Erica, y'all know me. Y'all know I like to cut up. But all honesty, y'all, hey man, from this show, we always like to leave y'all with gems, like Chris say. Y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all tune in Wednesday with us 7 p.m. You may be driving home, maybe doing something with your family, but you take the opportunity to tune in, man. We appreciate that. But understand this show here, if I had to leave you with one gem, is that forward motion. Look at where you were, look at where you at today, and look how you can move forward.
Mhm.
Peach, love, and hair grease.
All right. Here's another episode of When Life Talk. Catch y'all next Wednesday, same time, same place.